In the village of Balinka, there lived a young girl named Khairani. Khairani is the only daughter of an influential family and is often praised as breathtaking and gorgeous. She grew up to be arrogant and to feel superior to everyone else. Khairani never wanted to mingle with ordinary villagers, viewing them as unworthy of her time since she thinks they're out of her league. She often dismissed other people's opinions during traditional meetings and always believed that her opinions were the best and factual because she said so.
What's the point of deliberation? My point is way better,
she said with an arrogant tone while batting her tapered eyelashes as confidently. Her mindset is focused on one thing alone. Whatever comes out of her mouth is the truth. Feeling the uneasy tension in the small village of Balinka, and they felt a presence that felt familiar, and what came to view was Upiak Airai. The boy's village elder smiled calmly and suggested,
Enough, Khairani. Let's settle this at the Makan Bajamba.
Khairani scoffed loudly in annoyance. She claims Makan Bajamba to be unhygienic and boorish. However, her father agreed with Upiak Arai's proposal and forced Khairani to attend. The next day, the village hall was packed with villagers chatting in the main hall, where everybody would go to during important events or meetups. The aroma of the delicious food decorates the atmosphere, which is happy and full of laughter. Large trays were ready in the middle of the hall. Khairani stood in the entrance, filled with annoyance.
Khairani, come sit closer to the trays.
Upiak Arai proposes to Khairani warmly. She reluctantly agreed and sat with farmers and laborer fathers. Upiak Arai started with a chanting philosophy believed in Minangkabau, which is
Bulak aya de pambulua, bulak kato de pambulua.
While leading her by example, Khairani hesitated. Thoughts of her eating with these so-called commoners disgusted her to the core, but hunger and the cheerful atmosphere gradually melted in her heart, and she started picking at the food to eat. Her manicured hands stand in contrast with laborer father's, which was covered in calluses, roughness, and stains, but she didn't care anymore. At that moment, Khairani felt something had changed within her. She, who thought of herself as superior, is now seated equally, sharing the same meal with those whom she belittled, and something in Khairani just snapped. No matter how righteous someone can be, they are all human and equal at the end of the day, and that fact alone made Khairani's ego wear down and slowly change to what's called humility. After the meal was finished and the stomachs were full, the atmosphere became calmer and more intimate, thanks to Makan Bajamba.
How about now, Khairani? Do you still want to force your will?
Upiak Arai said half-jokingly, not wanting to ruin the cheerful atmosphere. Khairani looked down, ashamed, and said,
No, Upiak Arai. I suppose we could find a middle ground for the solution. I realize what I have been forcing is not equal.
The story of Makan Bajamba teaches her the essence of the fourth principle of Pancasila, that true wisdom does not come from position or wealth, but from the ability to sit down as equals, listen, and share in a spirit of brotherhood to reach a consensus.